Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN, and welcome to the Lakers post-game show on ZSPN. I'm your host, Zaid here, and today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Lakers' performance in the game against the Portland Trailblazers, the performances of each players, and the results of tonight's game. And honestly, guys, it was just one of those type of games that I say to myself that, it's just the Lakers had a bad night in my opinion. And I'll get into the details and the updates, speculations about the Los Angeles Lakers and what this all means moving forward when it comes to the Lakers and this season so far. So without further ado, guys, let's just get right into it. So guys, as you can tell by the tone of my voice, I was just a bit disappointed by the Lakers' performance, to be honest. It was nothing compared from the last two games that the Lakers were on when it came to their offensive attack and them just playing all around great basketball with a good teamwork involved. And it was just not the Lakers' night, to be honest. It was just a lot of mistakes were made when it came to certain players not being on their A game in certain moments in the game. At one point, the Lakers were doing well in the first quarter, but then the second, it kind of gotten away from them due to not playing solid defense in those particular quarters. And even though the third quarter, it was how should I say, it was about even, that the Lakers were kind of evening it out when it came to the Portland Trailblazers. But at the end of the day, the fourth quarter is where the Lakers just did not step up to their expectations for them to take this win. I mean, I really thought the Lakers would kind of gotten this win if they just would have tried a little bit harder, but I guess it just wasn't the case. LeBron James, he had, I believe, 29 points and 9 rebounds and 6 assists. His efforts out there was known out there, but it had to do with the people that were around him. Dennis Schroder, he stepped up too. I mean, I'm gonna give him a lot of credit out there. He had 22 points, I believe, and he had a solid performance for the Los Angeles Lakers, but, it was just not enough to take this win away from the Portland Trailblazers. But the one player that really kind of disappointed me was Anthony Davis. I'm not sure what was his stats, but, he just wasn't himself. He played 35 minutes and had, I believe, either 9 points or maybe 14 points. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's too soon to, judge the players of how they played. But, in this sense, maybe because he came back too early, because, as we all know, Anthony Davis was dealing with a sprain injury. So, he was dealing with an injury, and it kind of put things into kind of a perspective of maybe that's why his performance had to do with, the Lakers' loss in this particular game. I mean, because in any given night, Anthony Davis plays like a monster. I mean, the guy can give you like up to 28 points and give you 10 rebounds a game. I mean, this is Anthony Davis we're talking about. And he did give us 10 rebounds out there. So, when it came to rebounding, he was there for the Los Angeles Lakers. So I'm not going to deny that sort of aspect of his performance. But, it just wasn't himself. I was just not so, impressed of how Anthony Davis comes back after being gone for like one game and just played it the way that he played. But it is what it is, and hopefully, I always believe the Lakers will bounce back of any sort of loss that they're at, and in this in particular game, it's one of those type of games, to be honest. It just wasn't the Lakers' night. Something was wrong. I think it maybe had to do with I don't know how the second quarter had to do with it, because Dame, he's someone special. I mean, the point guard for the Portland Trailblazers, he's something special. I mean, the guy can just come out of nowhere and puts up like maybe 30 points a game if he wants to. So, I mean, without a doubt, the Portland Trailblazers are much better opponent for the Los Angeles Lakers than the Minnesota Timberwolves, which the Lakers got a blowout game against, yesterday. So, it was disappointing to see the Lakers end up the way that they did, having not so great night compared to the last two, but it is what it is. The Lakers will bounce back. I mean, I am not going to say that, that the Lakers says, something needs to change or a trade needs to happen or anything. No, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm just going to say that the Lakers will bounce back. This is the NBA champs we're talking about. I mean, this is just an off game for them. Team chemistry was not actually there. The coordination out there. So it was just one of those type of games where the Lakers just wasn't on their A game. I'm going to keep on repeating myself by saying that. But it is the truth. Because, Montrezl Harrell, he had 9 points out there. So it was not his best performance. But, I don't know, I'm not sure what went wrong, or maybe he just wasn't feeling it tonight. And Kyle Kuzma, I believe either he had 6 points or maybe 9. I think he had maybe 11, but it wasn't his night either. I mean, across the board, really, the Lakers as a whole, they did not step up whatsoever from certain players. The only players I can give credit to is LeBron and Dennis Schroder. It's just the defensive end, it wasn't there, and it's just a bad night for the Los Angeles Lakers. It was just their off game, if you will, and hopefully things turn out better once they bounce back in the next couple of days. So hopefully things turn out better for the Los Angeles Lakers moving forward. So guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, share my videos. I'm going to keep this video short because, it's just... there's nothing more to really talk about. It was just the lack of defense and the lack of shooting that the Lakers were just not on their A game when it came to this particular game. They took the Portland Trailblazers for granted. I mean, what we witnessed in the last year in the playoffs with the Portland Trailblazers in the first game, they came out of nowhere and beat the Lakers in game 1. So it was... that type of instance when it comes to the Lakers facing a team like the Portland Trailblazers, who could be a playoff team this year. So I won't be surprised if they end up being the playoffs at the end of the day. So, the Lakers need to watch out with these particular teams because, even though they are the top teams in the West or in basically the NBA to repeat another championship this year, they have a better opportunity to do so. But in this instance is just an off night, and the Lakers will bounce back. And I have full faith in the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes to losses, that they do bounce back in certain instances in certain games. So, and this one in particular was a bad one, but they will bounce back. So guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel. Guys, make sure to like all my social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure to hit that notification bell right next to the subscribe button. You will let you guys know when I upload on this channel. And guys, just on a quick note, I really do appreciate every single one of you for showing me the love and support for my channel by subscribing and liking all my social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You guys are just an amazing audience on YouTube and all across social media when it comes to my channel and what I bring to the table when it comes to this channel. I try my best to give you guys the updates, speculations, news, and etc. when it comes to keeping this channel alive, when it comes to your support and you guys giving me the love and support for my channel. Guys, please keep it up, and make sure to share my videos, comment, and just tell your friends, your colleagues, your Laker buddy when it comes to any sort of news, update, speculations about the Los Angeles Lakers. Tell them to subscribe to the channel. I mean, you know, I deliver you all everything that goes down when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers, when it comes to news, updates, speculations, trades, signees, everything across the board regarding the Los Angeles Lakers. And once again, I do appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Like I said, guys, the Lakers will bounce back, and hopefully things turned out better moving forward when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers. This is just a disappointing loss, but the Lakers will bounce back. Take it easy, guys.